eyelids. Look at my eyes.
Yeah, they're purple.
No, do you see these splotches?
Yeah.
These that's from
retching.
heaving.
It's from retching.
Ah! Oh my God, there was nothing in me. Just heaving this morning. It was horrible.
Why? You drank
horrible.
too much?
No, not too much.
No.
Now, here's what happened. I played, then we're going to get to Brittany and Big Brother. I played in that softball game last night in Lancaster. 1 for 2. I hit the ball kind of hard to right field, nothing spectacular. But I made the best catch I've ever made.
Oh, good for you.
And anyone's ever made.
In the world.
In the world.
Okay.
In center field. I'm talking dead run, skyrocket, hit out there, a million miles high, on my horse and diving. I mean,
wow.
I hyperextended my left shoulder. And I'm not talking about a good catch for a lame chick or a drunken guy who's in a band. I'm talking about a
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If anyone saw that game, feel free to call in and tell me all about it.
And what does that have to do with the retching?
Well, I hurt my shoulder.
You took opiates.
Well, don't call them opiates. They're pills. I took a Vicodin when I got home because I hyperextended my left shoulder. I mean, I laid out flat in the air and skidded on my face for 10 feet in the middle of center field.
Got it.
It was one of those hold the ball up because no one thought I had it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I threw my back out taking a bow. I really did. I bowed. The place went nuts. Geez. So I got home that night. I took a Vicodin, had a couple glasses of wine.
Oh, my God.
Well, I was in pain. But I missed dinner because I didn't eat dinner. I didn't eat anything.
And then you started retching.
No, felt fine. Woke up the next morning, got up early, 8:30, 8:45 in the morning. Got up, had a headache. Took 3 aspirin.
Oh, my God.
Had an empty stomach, and I was, dehydrated.
Yeah.
I had half a cup of coffee and started heaving.
Okay.
It was great. And then heaved for, the next hour. And then I had, a eye drop full of tap water and heaved. That is everything. I heaved up air. I heaved up everything that went into my mouth. I swallowed some dust. I swallowed a little plaque about 9:30 in the morning, and I heaved that up, too. So a lot of heaving. That's what happened to my eyelids. All right, let's talk to Brittany now. Brittany, when did they throw you out of the house?
Oh, gosh, it's been 3 weeks ago now.
And, you're from Minnesota, right?
Yes,
you can pick
from
up that
Minnesota.
accident.
And I got to get all the rules down because I've just been, I have a very rudimentary awareness of the show. I don't exactly know.
They go into a room, they nominate 2 people.
How many people start in the house?
10.
And what are we down to now?
4.
And what is it, $500,000 for the winner?
Yeah. Then 100 for number 2 and 50 for number 3.
And when are we going to know? When does it get down?
Friday.
Oh, get down to 1?
They end it on Wednesday. It'll be down to 3, and then the public will pick the number 1, 2, and 3 spots.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. And why were you tossed out in your estimation? Why did they say they tossed you out?
No. The House nominates, then the public votes by phone.
Oh, that's worse.
So, what happened was the week that I was up, there was 6 of us, I think, that were up for nomination because we all voted each other and we all got 2 votes.
Mm-hmm. That week?
Yeah. Everybody was up in the House except for Jamie.
Huh.
So there were 6 of us that were up. And then the public votes, and there's this huge whether or not I got banished fairly. There's another guy in the house, George, and his wife, I guess, made this big banish Brittany movement because I turned out to be the most popular on the AOL poll.
Yeah.
So she saw me as the biggest competition. And I guess she has a friend that works at the phone company or some company picked up the tab. And she had these phones put at a bar and had people be able to vote for free because it costs $1, costs 99 cents to vote. So, and then there's this huge...
Now, what do they do with that revenue?
They take it.
I'm sure.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Now,
What do you think they do with it?
They go buy cars.
What I'm saying is at first I thought, well, all right, that's a smart way to get people not to vote multiple times.
Right.
I mean, you don't have your kid brother take a week off school.
Allegedly, it's fairly costly to run these kinds of polls.
So they're sort of breaking even.
Yeah, they're not making much money.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was right for, what network's it called? Fox to... CBS to take this, sort of profit off of something.
Yeah.
I mean, if enough people vote, how many people vote?
A couple 100,000, I think, total.
Really?
Yeah,
not bad.
each time. So,
all right. So
the exact numbers aren't given out, but
right. All right. So there's a little controversy in that she may have stuffed the
But I
ballot
think
box.
you had it right though, because Brittany, when she came out, said, "Because I think the way people vote is just so interesting. Because you don't vote because you like somebody.
You vote because you dislike them.
Because and it's not dislike even. It's sort of like anybody that stands out gets voted.
Yeah.
I mean, why did Cassandra get voted out?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? And
I don't know why they let her go. She was my favorite.
You don't even know who she is.
Yeah, yes, I do. Cassandra.
You do not.
She's Elvira. Cassandra Peterson.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I love her Halloween special.
But
So
you know what I mean? It's a very strange phenomenon, and it's all. And you said that when you came out that you were very, very popular, but you believed that since you were popular, probably people also you stood out.
Well, too, I think that the people that are online voting on the polls and where I came out most popular, I think a lot of them are younger people, and it's their parents that don't really think the girl with pink hair and the nose ring should be someone that they look up to. So,
how did you get into this?
Well, I answered an ad in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Went down there, filled an application. They had you in front of a camera for 2 minutes, and you said why you thought you were interesting, and then just left. And then about a month later, I got a phone call, and it was actually kind of funny because I forgot I did it. It was so much later that I didn't, and for my work, I do pharmaceutical sales, and we do things with
Careful, don't tell him Adam. Adam will be looking.
You got any samples?
Here we go.
Oh, dear.
You got anything in your trunk?
I don't work for them anymore.
No.
She did carry a great medicine for urinary incontinence, though. And
really?
Yeah, as you've aged, it's been an issue. So.
Speaking of urinary incontinence, I took a squirt in an Evian bottle yesterday.
Oh, dear.
Why?
24 hours ago, so help me God. Why? Because I was in Lancaster for this softball game that I hyperextended my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm suing. There's a lawsuit. I can't really talk about it, but I was in Lancaster.
Yeah.
And they don't tell you how far. You don't know how far Lancaster is.
That's a good hour away, hour 15. Isn't it?
Good hour and change. Yeah. It's one of these things where you're passing Magic Mountain and you look up on the sign and it says
30 miles.
Lancaster, 46 miles.
Yeah.
And you go, holy Christ.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch who sold me on the game said, it's about the same distance as, Magic Mountain. But anyway, I was driving home last night. Yeah, okay, I had a beer, in the dugout. I was driving home and I thought as I got into my car, I thought, I got to pee. I don't have to pee. But wait a minute, I'm thinking about pee, so that must mean something. You know that thought where it's like, I don't really have to pee, but yet pee is now running through my head, and something is going on with pee, but I don't have to pee. But yet I'm going to be on the road for an hour and 15 minutes. Maybe I should take a leak. On the other hand, I don't really know where I am. Screw it. I'll be lucky to get back on the freeway as it is.
So that's when the Avian came in.
Well, as I was driving through, like Pacoima or Sun Valley, that's when it really kicked in. But I thought, I'll be goddamned if I'm going to pull over in this hellhole. And for those of you who who live in that neighborhood, you know firsthand what a dump it is. And I grew up in that area, or at least in North Hollywood in that area. No way am I pulling over to take a leak. Plus, with all the screwed up foreigners who own gas stations now, what are your chances of taking a leak? You're going to end up just leaking behind the place in the tub that they check the inner tubes in anyway, right? I mean, what are the chances some guy's going to let you use his bathroom in California? In Southern California, the a-holes that own gas stations. And all of you should kill yourselves immediately, please. These steely-eyed foreigners who sit there behind that 4-inch glass and tell you they're out of everything and throw your change at. What are the chances you're going to use your bathroom? Forget it. So I kept driving, and it was getting bad, and it was getting real bad. And when I got off the on-ramp from my house, I didn't bother going up the hill. I kept driving to the church parking lot, whipped out the Evian bottle, and cleaned myself out right there.
The church parking lot?
Yeah, there's a church. It's right off the off-ramp. Yes.
That's nice.
I took
so
solitude
what was Brittany talking about?
I have no idea. Brittany was talking about voting.
No, she put an ad. No, she answered an ad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So then I just kept being called back for interview after interview, and then once they tell us that we make it, we get about a week to figure out what we're going to do. So I had a week to quit my job, and I own a duplex, so I had to prepay all my bills for my tenants and stuff. So it was pretty hectic, and then I got in the house.
You own a duplex?
Yes.
That's pretty...
Yes.
Well, wait a minute. Duplex only 2 places.
Yeah.
Right? You live in one of them?
Yep.
Ah, that's nothing then.
So it's...
All right.
Still.
Duplex in Minneapolis.
Yeah, in Minneapolis.
What'd that run you, like 18 grand?
Little more. Not much. A little more, though.
All right. No, I'd kill myself if I found out how much it was. Are you ready to go to the phones?
Sure.
Yep. And what are you doing now? I mean, you just going back to Minneapolis? Or
No, I'm moving out to L.A.
Do some acting? And
actually, yep, I signed with William Morris, so...
Oh, those a-holes. Good luck.
Oh, they're so nice.
Have a good time. Have fun. You have fun with the other 8,000 people they employ. Oh, yeah. They won't even remember you. Don't bother talking to him.
Asshole.
Believe me.
Asshole.
Mike?
Yeah.
You're 15.
Mike, Adam, that is such...
No, listen. I'm telling you, it's forget it. You got to go make your own stuff. They're not going to get you any jobs. Do what I did. Do reverse psychology on them. Tell them not to call you and not to bother you. Then they'll get nervous and start calling you and wanting to go to lunch. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. I'm telling you. It'll work.
Chip's watching out for him.
Mike?
You understand?
For her? Oh, really? Oh, yeah, forget it. Now it's really over. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, I have to be kind of quiet because my parents are in the other room. But my girlfriend's pregnant. She wants to keep the baby.
How old is she?
She's 16.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what do you want her to do?
I want to have an abortion.
What do you want from us tonight? She's made up her mind.
I want to know, like, if I can do anything about it.
No. You can help raise the baby. You're going to have to. You're going to have financially, you're going to be required to help support that baby.
What if she gives it up for adoption?
Well, she doesn't want to do that either.
Why?
She wants to keep the baby herself, and she doesn't think that.
Yeah. How's her family situation?
Her dad, she doesn't know where her dad is.
Mom got married, had a baby when she was 16?
She had her when she was 17.
Oh, well, she's
pregnant at 16.
Yeah, so your girlfriend will have her baby at 17 also.
Right?
It's right on schedule.
Perfect. Yes, it's that big crap go-round that keeps spinning in the sky. All right, Mike, well, you just hopped on the crap go-round.
All right, hey.
Enjoy.
But don't be part of at least insofar as this merry-go-round goes, don't be a part of I don't know where dad is syndrome.
Yeah. Yeah, she should know, your daughter or son should know you're in Florida and remarried. Okay?
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
That's your responsibility. You know, I'm now lowering the bar for all dads. Forget about supporting your child. Forget about being a part of your child's life. Forget about raising your child. At least have them know what part of the country you're in. That's all I want now. You know, so instead of like, I don't know where my dad is, he moved to Atlanta and he owns a bait and tackle place.
At least you know that.
At least that you know.
But if Mike really wants something to do, he can try to prevail upon his girlfriend to do what's right for that child, which is to get a family which is prepared to raise a child, an adopted family. Right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Right. All righty. Christy.
Yes.
You're 16.
Yeah. Well, when I was 3, I was molested, and I'm really attracted to older men, like older men.
This was an older guy that molested you when you were 3?
Yes.
How old?
Hold on. Hey, Drew, I think you're rubbing up against my can jack there.
This thing.
Yeah, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
It's fading in and out. Oh. Do I have the energy to go off on Westwood 1 and what a flaming turd this dump is? All right, go ahead, Christy. So how old are the older guys you're into?
They can be between probably up to like 35.
Uh-huh. How low can you, what's the cutoff point, 20?
Well, yeah, I'm not really attracted to anyone my age.
You're 16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been with these guys?
No.
Okay.
What do you think it is about them that you find attractive that you don't find in someone your own age?
I don't know, just maybe because they're more mature. I don't know why.
How old was the guy that abused you when you were 3?
I don't know. I don't know who he was.
But it was an adult?
Yes.
Usually it sort of sets people on a trajectory. It's like it wires them in a certain way that it's almost like they have to recreate that same trauma over and over and over again. And once they hit puberty, it becomes finding those kinds of guys and older. And think about the 30-year-old guy that would go out with Christy, who that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Totally
Mr.
idiot.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mr. Walter Raleigh. Hey, let me make this assertion. I never really thought about this too much, but women seem more susceptible to this.
Yeah.
Because they have faulty wiring, whereas men, they're wired like Jags, whereas men are wired like Fords. We got a little more casing on our wires, a little thicker gauge. Do you know what I'm saying, Drew? A little better wiring.
I'm listening.
But here's why I think I was trying to figure out why it is that women, when they get monkeyed with, go a little wackier than when men get monkeyed with, and I realize it's probably the same thing that makes them mothers or more nurturing parents.
They're more sensitive.
They're softer. They're more open. They're
more affected by
their skin isn't as thick, and so when they get screwed with, it really screws with them. Whereas with guys, it's like kicking an armadillo or something.
Yeah, but what would happen to the 5-year-old male that was sexually abused by a male.
By male? Well, this isn't by male, though. This is by female. It's not the same thing.
But what do you mean?
She had a male do it.
Right.
Oh, okay, so it's not analogous to say a male did it.
What have you ever heard of a female sexually abusing a 5-year-old male?
What if
it doesn't happen?
I know. But
it just doesn't happen.
But it's like saying a bear dry humped Christy, and what if a bear dry humped a younger bear? It's the same. It's a different thing. Okay, I know you're squinting, but I'm saying a guy going at a young guy is different.
Why?
Because one is homosexual and the other's heterosexual.
But the males are the abusers. They're the ones that do the abusing. Women don't.
I know,
do
but you're trying to draw an analogy, and you have to, or a comparison, and you have to. You're doing apples and oranges now.
I see what you're saying. So let's say it had been, let's say Christy was eight years old, and a 15-year-old female got at her. What do you think the impact of that would have been?
Much less.
And different, huh?
And different,
right.
but
I'll give you that.
but still impactful,
yes,
and still less impactful for a guy.
I agree.
But
okay, sorry, Christy.
Well, I've always been like a real sexual person.
Yeah, but that's because of this experience.
But why would that make me? I mean, wouldn't that make me like the opposite?
It does one or the other. It
will eventually.
Well, it can, or you can go back and forth, but it establishes what's called a trajectory. It's like you start moving rapidly in one direction or the other, and that direction you've gone is more towards sex as a way of really recreating that original trauma. Okay?
Okay.
It's not a good thing.
All right, so get some therapy. And
I've tried that. It doesn't...
all right, well, if that doesn't work, then start drinking.
Well, do you feel good about yourself when you act sexually, or do you regret it?
Actually, when I do it afterwards, I feel horrible.
Yeah, this is how people become sexual compulsives, okay? This is the story of sexual compulsivity. Sexual abuse in childhood, this is what starts in teenage years, and it continues to fuel the shame, fuel the lack of self-esteem. It feels good in the moment, and also sort of feels whole, like you're in control of those awful feelings associated with that trauma, and then you come out of it even feeling worse, and then having to do it all again in order to try to recreate and feel good and control those feelings.
Drew, you did that whole thing in real time. Do you realize that? You know what I mean? Like the relationship.
I took 6 years to do it. It just felt like
it was real time.
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah?
You're 15.
Yeah, Adam, I'd like to say you are a genius.
Yes, thank you.
And
thank
Drew,
you.
not enough people compliment you. Not enough people call in and compliment Drew.
Thank you, Chris.
Because you hold the show together.
God bless you.
Without you, it'd be Adam.
Just a horrifying prospect.
Yeah.
He is the paste to my decoupage.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to know...
you know what decoupage means in French, Chris?
No, I don't.
It means gay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I want to know, can you have a dry orgasm?
Yeah. But usually...
You can?
Well, it's usually from a retrograde ejaculation. The semen goes back into the bladder instead of forward out.
Yeah, how's it do that? You mean you put pressure on the
or
perineum
sometimes
or
it just happens, and sometimes medication be the most common reason for that.
Do you then get a bladder infection?
No, if that happens, no, it doesn't hurt anything. It's not a healthy thing, but not a bad thing.
What, that ever happened to you, Chris?
No.
Adam's been working on that for years.
Yeah. You know, they're working on those smokeless cigarettes for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is to save the hamper.
Semenless penis. Yeah. Yeah, because that's the second-hand jizz that kills.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
Pets. The maid suffers. What's that, Chris?
Why don't you guys let me talk?
Yeah, all right. Okay. I got to be the only guy in the world that does a show that's like sort of aimed for teens, but I hate teenagers. I really hate them. I really have no tolerance for them.
You have no tolerance.
No, I really don't. I hate them.
No,
I really
you don't. No, you don't.
I hate the snot-nosed ones.
Okay.
That's the ones I hate. I hate the ones that drag their scrawny ass when they're crossing the street and they ain't in a crosswalk, and then they look at you and then they look back down at their feet and they're still walking like extra slow. You know, people that cross the street.
So were you that kind of teenager?
Slow? No.
For some reason, I think you were.
Hell yes. Of course you were.
How dare you? How dare both of you?
So are you really saying you hate yourself?
I hustled my ass across the street. I was seen and
right. I'm sure you did.
I ran. Everyone ran across the street. When I grew up, if you crossed the street, you did it a full sprint. Yeah, everyone ran across the street. Nobody walked across the street.
Your perception of what you did.
No, I ran. I always remember that. It was like you ran because you thought you were going to get run over.
You probably only ran after you stole something from the store.
Whatever.
Trying to get away.
Whatever.
She knows you well. That's amazing.
How dare both of you.
Oh, man.
I hustled because I was a teen. I was a youth, you see. And when I see these scrawny, pissed-off kids dragging their scrawny asses across the street now, and they slow down when you see it coming, not me. I see a kid slow down, I speed up when I'm behind the wheel. I'll take his belt right off. I have no problem with that. I'm perfectly confident, by the way, that I could pass a kid's ass going 45 and be within 2 or 3 inches of his ass and feel very safe about it.
Mila.
Yes. Hi, Dr. Drew. Hi, everybody. I wanted to ask a question to Brittany.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if you're still angry at Jamie and at George's wife for what they've done.
I wouldn't use the word anger, actually, for either one of them.
It's more bitter, isn't it?
No, not bitter. For George's wife, she has her own issues, and
She's married to George.
Which one's George? Is he the cute one?
Yeah, the old guy. The old guy. The old guy's my age.
Yeah, he's kind of chubby.
Yeah, but he acts like
cute.
he's 55. Really?
yeah, and
Wait a minute.
What?
Didn't he get thrown off
Yeah, he
recently?
just-
he just got banned.
And he was in a toga or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cute. I like it.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I think especially after this last round, apparently she did the same thing that she did with me, but targeted Jamie this time. And I think that shows her reasoning for targeting me the time before was because I turned out to be the most popular on the AOL poll, and she wanted to get rid of competition.
Uh-huh.
Jamie was not the next most popular, but she was the only other girl. And in talking to other people that know her, I think her wanting the girls off speaks volumes about her own insecurities. And you can't really be angry with someone. I just, I guess I kind of more feel
What about
that.
Jamie?
Jamie, and I was never angry with Jamie. I don't think she has a bad heart. I don't think she's a bad person. I just think that she's not as open as she could be. And I definitely do.
What made you believe that? What was that segment where she was trying to make amends with people about selecting the agent?
You know what? It wasn't exactly that. It was more when I got out of the house and I think about all the people that I spent time with, I really don't know anything about her. I lived with her for 2 months and I don't know her opinions on anything. I don't know.
Don't you think she did that on purpose? Hang on a second.
Nobody watches
She's
this
so
show.
conscious of the camera.
Come on.
You know what? I did initially, but after speaking with her family and friends, they say that she is like that. That's that's how she is. And so I think maybe it's more so since she's on TV. I mean, she talks about storylines all the time, and she did in the house. I mean, she's definitely conscious. She wants to make it in Hollywood. She doesn't want to make waves. And I think it's sad because there's probably things about her or her life that if she would have shared could affect people watching. And I think that she's really missed an opportunity to help people, which is sad. And in the process, she's damaged her own image. So I don't know. It's not really anger. I just...
Don't trust her as much as you thought you could.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't.
Mila,
Yes.
does that answer your question?
It does answer my question, Adam.
Good.
I'm sorry, Adam. It's so
Thank
impolite,
you.
Mila.
No, it's fine.
No, it's only for us freak who listen to watch the Big Brother.
Right, I understand. You have any questions about a Mexican soap or something we can wax on for about 20 minutes on?
Maybe not.
An idiot.
All right. Well, is Big Brother going to go next season? Are they going to go somewhere? Are they going to do another season? Are they going
They're
to
talking.
be somewhere?
Same place. That house cost them a fortune to set up.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, technologically, it's just tons
But
going on
everything
there.
breaks in it. The chairs break, the silverware break. I don't know how it costs so
but I
much
mean,
money.
It's not the
cameras
silverware,
and the satellites. And
So
all
they
that
didn't have any money left for the furniture.
All right, we are going to take ourselves a little break. Brittany is here from Big Brother. Dr. Drew is also joining us from Big Brother. And we'll be back after this. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. What? Is that it?
No.
LOVE191? Yeah.
Where's your commitment?
I don't know where it is.
Slacker?
I'm tired. I was vomiting all morning. My shoulders hyperextended. I feel like hell. Brittany from from Big Brother is our guest tonight, and this show is going to have its big climax coming up this Friday, right?
Yeah.
And
You're going to be there for that?
Oh, yeah.
The show
Who do
was.
you think's going to win?
I want Eddie to win. So, but who knows? The public's voting, and who? Hey, I don't
Did he talk
understand
about
it.
his cancer at all?
Yeah, he did. Eddie and I have talked about it. He mentioned it to the
his
house.
medical
but-
situation really frightens me because here's my thinking.
Yeah.
He had an osteosarcoma. His kid has one leg. He had osteosarcoma when he was 11, had an amputation. They usually give chemo, and then it's either cured or it isn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And if it isn't,
Traveled.
I saw some pictures of him where his hair was missing, like he'd had chemo recently. And that is bad news if that's in fact what's happening here. And he never
hasn't had it recently.
And then they've talked about medical bills, and it's like, well, wait a minute. If he had medical bills from back then, why does he still have them now? Unless he's still getting treatment. And if he's still getting treatments, that's awful.
Well, from what I understand, that the medical bill's only paid for 70%. His insurance only paid for 70%.
But hospitals only let you go out over 2 years in terms of payment plans. So what has accumulated over the last? What's he been doing for the last 9 years?
What if you don't
he
pay
says he
the
hasn't been
payment
doing
plans?
anything. They're still
Then
back.
it's the bad debt.
Well, I think they had to take a couple mortgages or something out on the house, and that's what he's calling his medical
So he's
bills.
not still getting.
No, he's not still. As far as I know, he's not still getting anything.
There was one of those old tapes that they had of him in one of those trial tapes. He looked like he'd lost hair, like he had hair loss.
What
Like he had
trial
chemo.
tapes?
Well, they're like these.
Yeah, he hasn't had chemo since he was 11
All right,
or something.
okay, all right, that's
so-
important.
What's a trial tape?
I don't know how to describe the tape, the tryout tapes.
Oh, tryout. Oh, you said trial
I know,
tape.
I know.
I thought you meant like it was giving a deposition
No,
or something. All right, well, that's no fun. Hey, well, what's the show? It's in the top 10, right?
Yep. The live shows.
It's been in the top 10 ever since it hit the air, right?
The live shows.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Just like the Man Show.
Way to go.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Man Show doesn't quite make the top 10.
How
does it?
dare you?
Oh, wait a
How
minute.
dare you? How dare you, sir? Aaron.
You ever seen the Man Show?
No.
No.
I'm
Do you
sorry.
know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea. Sorry.
Best show on television, The Man Show.
Oh, well,
The
who's
Man
that?
Show.
Who's that? The governor of your great state?
That was Jesse Ventura talking about the Man Show.
What did he say about the Man Show?
Dear.
What does he say? Anderson, what was that? I didn't quite catch it. Hey, Anderson.
Play it again.
Stop talking to everybody.
Best show on television, The Man Show.
Yeah.
Governor's seal of approval.
Okay.
Who was that?
I don't know.
I said I'm giving the governor's approval to The Man Show.
Yes. He's a genius, that Jesse Ventura. Aaron.
Okay, good evening, Brittany.
Hi.
First off, I'd like to say, Drew, you're literally a genius. Appreciate what you do for the people.
Ugh.
They really don't get enough credit.
Thank you.
Enough.
Oh, really?
He gets too much. I'm smarter than he is.
Well, Adam, but we all know that you are literally a millionaire.
Well, that's true.
There is a reason why you get to that.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank God for Dr. Drew. He didn't want Dr. Adam. I don't see a doctor in front of your name, Mr. Big Mouth.
Well, now, before I get to my question, I wanted to make a couple of requests if there's any opportunity.
Yeah.
If there was any chance to maybe hear the Drew Shuffle, if that's still around.
At some point tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
No, you mean the boogie. He means the boogie, I think.
You want to hear the boogie or the shuffle?
I think it was the shuffle.
That one.
Yeah, I think it was the shuffle. But I would be happy with either, probably.
All right, we'll play the boogie later. Don't forget that, Anderson.
And if there was any chance that might have a little revival of the word recalculus for the evening, that would.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll try to work recalculus into a sentence.
Is this a weird energy night or is just me?
Well, listen, I threw up and hyperextended my shoulder, so I'm not feeling good.
You're high on Vicodin.
Recalculus.
You're high on Vicodin, probably.
Yeah.
No, I was high on Vicodin last night.
Yeah.
Not tonight. I mean, later tonight, but not now. Aaron?
Okay.
What else?
I'm good for probably 2 or 3 ejaculations in one day.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's going to take me probably a couple days to recuperate from that, in order to create more semen. And when I don't have the semen when I ejaculate, it's kind of painful. It's not the erection itself; it's as painful just not having the semen. Is there any foods that can be eaten?
No.
No.
You mean if you masturbate and there's nothing in there and you have just a dry run, it's painful? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of.
Why are you pushing yourself to those?
Well, it's not really masturbation; it's sexual activity.
All right, but listen, you masturbate a couple of times and then it takes you a couple days to fill up again?
No, see, if I'm good for 2 or 3, I'm thinking, I used to go every day. If you go a couple times every day for a while, it really kind of
Is he talking in riddles, or is it just me?
I don't know what he's saying. Listen, I know what you're talking about, how it hurts more when there's nothing in there, because I was vomiting up air today, and it was worse. No satisfaction at all. You know what it's like? You're yelling at the sink. Hey! 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 It's like nothing comes out. You know, it's like weird. I'm hoping none of the neighbors were looking. I was over the kitchen sink, like yelling at it. At least, like when something comes out of you, at least it makes sense. You know?
Oh my God, Aaron. No, there's nothing you can do. You can ease up and sort of just get back in line with your body was intended to do.
Something's wrong with you,
Can't
though.
you just space it out and do it once a day or something?
No, but he says, here's Aaron's assertion, is he masturbates 2 or 3 times and then gets lucky the next day.
Yeah.
And that's his situation, which I'm sure doesn't happen. How often is that going to happen? That you're taken by surprise by sex, Aaron?
No, I've kind of seen a couple women, and it's just kind of...
All right, well, if you're seeing a couple women, stop jacking off every 5 minutes.
There you go. That's
all
it.
right?
End of problem.
And listen... You're talking, I mean, I'm a guy who's masturbated plenty, especially in, I put together some good days, and something will always come out, believe you me.
Even if it's just your soul?
One time I turned inside out, but no, something comes out, believe me. And listen, hell, man, you could whack off 3, 4, 5 times one night, sleep for 6 hours, and get one off in the morning, and something would come out equivalent to what came out the night before. It's pretty fast, don't you say? You don't know anything about that, Drew. You don't check.
I don't check
yourself
refills.
like
No.
that.
No, I don't. It's test my limits the way you guys do.
Well, I'm telling you,
That's good.
No
That's
problems.
great. That's nice.
That's right.
I'm delighted.
You hear that? I know my grandmother listens to the show. You hear that? Yeah. Oh, Jesus! I had lunch with my grandma. Now my grandma always wants to talk to me about the show.
Yeah.
And
she's 87 now, 88?
No, I think she's
Is she disappointed 84.
in you? Well, I'd say yes, but to be fair to her, she would have been disappointed no matter what I did. So it's not just the show that disappoints her. But now every time we get together, she wants to discuss she'll do this too, and I started to think about it. I thought, now I'm like trying to avoid her, because she'll call me on the phone. I go, how about we go to? I'll go. How about we go to lunch this week, Grandma? She'll go. All right, good, because I had a few things I needed to talk to you. I got a bone or two to pick with you about the show, and I think, oh Christ, it's like, I got to pay for this.
Well, it gives her something to do.
Oh yes, it does.
What does she talk about this time?
Oh, we're rape and that kind of stuff. A big rape discussion. It was nice. You ever talk to your grandma about rape?
No.
I think rape is a good thing. Yeah.
Is that what she was talking about?
No. It's just a nice rape discussion with grandma.
It's nice.
It's always
always
friendly. It's always great to be talking about rape with your grandma. Yeah. Hey, have you really, Brittany, have you ever spoke to your grandmother about rape?
No, I can't say that. That's probably a topic I want to avoid.
It's a treat.
So.
It's a treat. Oh, wait a minute. Let me think. Did I bring it up? No, I think maybe she brought it up.
Wait a minute. Put it in the context.
I know. There's more to the story than you're saying.
That your grandma's brought up other things. Like at the dinner table.
Everything. Rim jobs.
Your grandma uses that word?
Oh, yes. Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Set the scene, the rim job scene.
She wanted to know if anyone heard of a rim job.
Dinner table.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, and we were actually eating dinner at the dinner table. We weren't just at the dinner table, drinking with it out in the backyard.
Had she just heard the word or something?
Somebody brought it up to her, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but she was embarrassed that she didn't know what the term meant.
Oh.
Yeah. So I get a lot of that. Chad?
Yeah?
You 22?
Yep.
What's up?
First off, I'd like to say I'm voting for you for president.
Thank you.
And then I got a couple questions for Brittany and then a bunch for you, okay?
A bunch?
You got 1 minute.
Go.
Brittany, I want to know if those pictures of you on the internet are real.
There's a picture of me in a green dress that's real, and there's a picture of me in a white sweatshirt that's real. The other ones, the naked ones, I'm assuming you're talking about, no, those are not real. I mean, they don't even look like me. I can't believe people ask me. I mean, the girl is a lot taller than me, heavier than me, has long hair, and I had short hair. I mean, they're not me.
Oh, they're supposed to be like old pictures?
Well, apparently they're pictures of me at Burning Man, and then they have some of me. It's so funny. They have a whole bunch of pictures of me at Burning Man, and I have short hair, there's 2 pictures. You can tell it's me, and I have short hair. And then they have a couple naked ones, and this girl.
That
doesn't
Burning
look like
Man
me.
is where they go just light that big wicker guy and everyone gets naked and makes love.
Not
and
everyone
rolls
gets
around.
naked. Some people do.
Well,
Some
you're
people do.
Burning Man. You're up to no good. Please.
What school is it?
It's a temporary
Burning
artistic
Man.
community.
What school?
Where was it?
It's
It's
Hesher
in the
U.
Black Rock Desert.
Oh my God! You never heard of this?
I have heard of it. I thought it was a school
And
thing.
I'll put in there also the ones of Jamie are not real either. I talked to her friend, and the naked pictures of her aren't real either. So all the nude pictures of the Big Brother girls are fake.
No, that's too bad.
So
Burning
sorry.
Man is where a bunch of communists and long hairs and bead wearing types, kids with tattoos and the
Oh,
bones
so you've
through their
never
nose.
gone?
No.
You don't know what you're talking about.
They head out to the desert, and everyone just gets effed up out of beyond belief.
No.
And everyone gets naked and runs around, and they wrestle with each other, and then they burn this big
effigy.
Big effigy, yeah. Well, what's different? What's different than how I described it?
It's a temporary artistic community. A lot of it is about art, and people get grants to go build art.
Art?
And
Are you
don't go
kidding
out
me?
there and get. Not everybody. Yes, there are some people that go out there and drink and do drugs, but there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that don't and go out there to get away from life as you know it.
Listen, those people would go on other days, not on that day.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
What did you do there?
It was just a nice
What
getaway.
did you do
get
there?
away. I just ran around and talked to people and dressed up, wore costumes. It's kind of like Halloween.
High as a kite?
No.
Come on.
No.
Please. You were drunk every night, at least.
I was
At
not. You don't
least.
want to get drunk every night.
You
You're in
don't
the
want to
desert.
get.
You'll dehydrate.
You don't want to get drunk because it'll ruin your ex high.
Oh, God.
Please. How dare you?
You have no idea
What do you
what
take
you're
me
talking
for?
about.
You were high on peyote, and it was X one night, peyote the next night, mushroom the
If
next
it was
night,
really
acid
like
the
that,
night
you'd
after
be
that.
going there.
Everyone there is high as a kite. They're running around naked,
Where is
spreading their
it?
parents
Where
by
is it?
artistic
It's in Nevada. It's in the Black Rock Desert.
No, you go.
Yeah, please. This
In the
is-
meantime.
it's tail hook for Heshers.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, what's your other question?
That's it. We're taking a break. How dare you try to lie to my face? Okay. We'll be back after this. Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Brittany's our guest tonight from...
Big Brother.
Yeah, I was going to say Full House for some reason. From Big Brother. Wait, it was Full House? No, Facts of Life. That's back on. I'm watching the hell out of that show.
Oh, is that right?
That is good times for me. And tune in this Friday, right? And watch the big finale.
Yep.
And then what about before that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, too? What nights are you
Wednesday,
going to be
someone
on,
gets
Drew?
banished.
Wednesday and Friday.
You're going to be on Wednesday and Friday?
Yeah.
Catch Dr. Drew, everybody. All right, where are we? All right. I was talking to your friend about Burning Man, by the way. Said you're high as kite and naked as a jaybird the
I'm
entire
sure she did.
time. Absolutely. Believe me. She said, how do you know so much? I said, well, don't worry. You don't go over there as part of your art scholarship. Mike?
Yeah?
You're 16. What's up?
Yeah, I have been talking to this girl on the internet for about 2 months now, and I think I know her pretty well because I've talked to her on the phone a lot. And she wants me to go to her house on the 29th, but because her mom will be out of town, what should I do?
Well,
You're
really,
gay.
here's probably the reality. His wife will be out of town.
Yeah.
Not her mom will be out of town.
How far away is she?
She lives in Orange County, and I live in Riverside County.
That's ridiculous. Because I worked it into a sentence.
I would
Thank you.
strongly, if you are...
How you getting over there?
My mom's going to take me. I told her that I was going to, see one of my friends.
Oh, your mom.
Hey, you know that friend I never talk about who lives in the 3 counties over? Yeah, I'm going to sleep over.
If you are hell-bent on meeting her, meet her in some neutral place first before you go for somebody's house.
I would say not a good idea.
No.
Well, what
Meet
about... Wait
somewhere
a minute.
halfway
Hold
between
on.
Riverside and Orange County. Take a friend with you and make sure she takes a friend with her, too. And do not.
Hold on. Wait a second. Do you speak to her on the phone?
Yeah,
How often?
every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
All right. And
And you never met her?
No.
Why didn't you guys ever go out for lunch or something?
I don't know, because,
because he's 16 and they live far apart and he can't swing it. And how? She's 16 as well.
She's 14.
Oof.
Oh, don't do it.
Yeah, you got to bring some wine coolers, though, and some condoms, brother. And your mom's going to drop you over so you can rape this 14-year-old?
No. I told her that I was going over to my friend's house.
Right.
That way I could, like...
Why can't you meet girls your own age?
Have you ever seen a picture of her?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Because, like, on AOL, Instant Messenger, like,
Send
you can send pictures
I
and stuff,
see.
and that's where I met her.
Yeah. 14's tough, going over there to sleep over.
No way.
But you
no
figure
way.
you're going to have sex?
No, we're just gonna, like, go out and, like, see if anything happens or anything.
Yeah. Meet somewhere halfway and each bring a friend.
Yeah, all right.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Why each bring a friend?
Just because it may end up to be, Uncle Lou.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, someone can go get
And
help.
Uncle Lou may say, "Oh, Susie's down here. Come with me. I'm going to show you where my."
Yeah.
I see. All right. Bring a friend. Meet somewhere in between. Oh, remember those days of being a 16-year-old guy and you can't operate? Like, you don't think that way. You go, listen, I don't understand. Just go swing over to her house, pick her up, take her out to a nice lunch, and drop her back off. It's like, I'm 16. I got a moped.
Not a moped. Never done that before.
My mom
Never had lunch with anybody.
My mom's going to drive me.
Not without a brown bag.
Rick?
Yes.
You're 28?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I've got leaky gut syndrome. I was just curious if there was any cures, fixes, remedies, anything like that.
What is that, leaky gut?
How is that documented?
Well, I shouldn't say. I suspect it to be leaky gut.
You have irritable bowel, right?
Well, no. What happens to me is anytime I eat anything with wheat or barley or oats or any type of grain like that, if I follow a meal like that with some high protein or high sugar, I get really, really sick and excruciatingly bad headaches and...
Gas?
No.
Well, hold on. It's not exciting. Hey, hold on. What's leaky gut syndrome?
I think there's various little theories about people having abnormalities of transport of certain, it's like chloride ions across those membranes in the certain parts of the bowel.
Well, I wrote my thesis on that in college.
Yeah, and this is all sort of theoretical stuff. And if I remember right, some of these things occur like in cystic fibrosis.
So maybe he has irritable bowel.
He has irritable bowel. And
what is that? All right. Hey, listen. Hey, Rick?
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer heads up the Irritable Bowel Foundation.
Does he really?
Yes, he does. Him and his wife. Apparently his wife has irritable bowel. It's a weird thing to lend your name to, but, why not? Hey, so Rick?
Yeah.
So watch Frasier.
And,
I don't know what to say.
Why don't you keep your meals balanced?
Well, no, I do.
All right, then that's the treatment.
All right, well, who should he go to?
Nobody.
You just want to go to a doctor?
Psychiatrist.
Oh, really? Drew, what happens to you when you eat leeks? No, scallions.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I ate Mexican the other night. I took a full green scallion, and I shoved the whole thing in my mouth. I was chewing it, and I was thinking, boy, it's too bad Drew didn't eat this thing. He'd be farting up a storm. I was myself.
And burping.
You think I have more important stuff to think about than that?
That's nice.
It was nice. I was thinking about you and your ass.
Eddie doesn't get his hands on those.
I know, they don't...
Oh.
Does he do a lot of farting
Eddie's
in the
bad,
house?
yeah.
One guy sits in the house just blows all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he loud about it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great. I got to tune in.
The guy's bedroom stinks so bad in the morning.
Wow.
They pass gas in their sleep. It's so gross.
Oh.
We separated. We made the guys have one bedroom and the girls have one bedroom because the guys stink
This
so
is the
bad.
one
And
story
they
that-
snore. They snore. Curtis snores so bad, and
They
it's
don't
not
put
even
this,
rhythmic.
CBS is not playing this story. This is the interesting story. that
And the
alludes to all
pug, the
time.
dog has gas too. It's just a big mess in the house.
Oh. You see, for 1 second, I was interested in the goings-on of the Big Brother house. And I
Also, I had to bring it down to your level.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can I see some of the notes you took at Burning Man? You were just a casual observer, right? All right, I'm going to go get the more dirt on you on Brittany from Big Brother from her friend in the next room, and we'll be back after this.
What is going on?
Listen, just because you retch today doesn't mean the rest of us have to.
Shandala, 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 shandala. Yeah.
Adam, we're on the air.
We don't care. We've done a million of these shows. This is just one other. This is just a crappy one we've done. We don't even remember. I just got done whacking off to my mom. Oh, how dare you. How dare you, Anderson. Shandala, Shandala, Shandala. That's when born-again Frank I used to work with at the Closet Place in Burbank used to break into tongues once in a while. I'm so lucky I didn't kill myself. I really planned on it for so many years. Brittany's our guest tonight from Big Brother, and she got tossed out, but they're going to declare a winner.
Banished is the word.
Sorry.
Banished.
Banished to me is heavier than tossed out. I'd rather be tossed out than banished.
Yes. First, you're marked for banishment.
Julie Chen.
Yeah, you know.
And then you're banished.
Yeah, see, being tossed out to me means you can come back when you get your S together. Like when you sober up and change your underpants, you might be able to come back.
Right, you've been exiled for a while.
Banished means you ain't never getting back. But you don't want to go back, right?
I'd like to go back, actually.
You would?
Knowing what I know now, I'd like to go back.
I
know, yeah. The house guests got to pick somebody to go back in, and they didn't pick me.
Oh. You know what? I don't know if you can. Are you watching tapes now or anything?
I've watched some of them, yeah.
Eddie really misses you.
Aww.
Are you aware of that?
Oh, he's a sweetie.
He really does. I think he.
Because I'm the only one that he could swear at and yell at and blew him off.
Yeah, I think right.
I mean, Eddie and I had a connection where he didn't.
He could be himself.
His obscenities didn't offend me at all.
Why'd they have the camera in the bathroom? I never.
Oh, they don't want people to sneak into the toilet area and make out or tell secrets. So
I see.
They don't roll film. Apparently, they're not rolling film
they roll
unless
audio.
They just watch.
They just watch. But there's film there in case you try to sneak in there, and they have it in the shower too. So there's a camera on you in the shower because they don't want people to go in the shower and talk about stuff. So. But they say it's for our protection, too. If we slip and fall, then they know that we're injured and can help us.
Well, how's someone know when you slip and fall in your duplex in Minneapolis?
Yeah.
So. Well, wait a minute,
But
though.
they don't want any privacy, and that's the point.
I understand that, but do they have the roll tape when you're in the shower?
No.
They say they don't. They have it on monitors. They only roll tape if someone is going to go in the shower and do something not showering,
Right. So they watch, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They watch.
They log.
Well, there's a whole bunch of monitors. There's like 20, 30 monitors, and it's one of them.
Hold on. Speaking of logs, when you're on the toilet, they're watching?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ. How the guys jack off?
Oh,
they don't.
There's big discussions about that.
Yes, it's called, in the house, it's called breaking the seal.
Yeah.
And it was a daily
Nobody
topic.
does that?
Has anyone broken the seal?
And they don't do that? Listen, I'd want more than $500,000 for 39 days. Or how many days is this?
90.
90?
Yeah.
1 million.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? With taxes?
And I'd like to apologize
$1
to my
million
parents on the air for talking about it. Sorry for embarrassing you.
Are you kidding me? No.
I talked about it in the house, and it made one of the episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
But what about, is a guy supposed to make it 90 days? Can he have a conjugal visit with his hand or something like that?
They've got to be some emission problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, there's blankets. No one's going to admit, but there's blankets, so I bet something goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Listen, guys do it at, camp and while they're sleeping over at their grandparents' house and all over.
Well, we make a joke because Eddie rubs his foot at night. He rocks it back and forth, and so we always make fun of him, say it's a cover.
I had a friend, I won't mention his name, squeezed one off in the bed with his dad. His dad. It was probably like California King or something. His dad's on one side, he's on the other, squeezed one off. That's commitment. It's not like they were sleeping together for weeks either. It was like one night, Yeah, that's commitment. I would have broken that seal. I would have intentionally got myself. I would have tried to set fire to the house, got myself tossed out so I could go masturbate. Oh, are you kidding? 90 days? Impossible. But young guys, no way.
You're shaking your head.
No way.
He's right.
No way. No, I mean. Like some of those guys are in their mid-20s, right?
20s.
Yeah.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
A guy in his mid-early 20s, 3 days is a pretty good haul. 4 or 5 days is, Jesus,
well, no one
what's
admitted
up?
to it by the time I left, and that was 2 months in.
2 months, no way. No way.
I think Adam's right.
No way. And what about taking showers and stuff? Are you uncomfortable that there's some guys in a?
Well, I actually wore my bathing suit. Both Cassandra and I wore.
Oh, you wear your bathing suit?
Yeah, I did. Well, everybody else, except one day I didn't. We painted ourselves. We were animals.
Oh, I see.
I was a giraffe, and I couldn't get the paint off. So one time I had to take my bathing suit off.
Believe me, that's on a tape somewhere.
I know.
Around
You
CBS.
said Jordan did some striptease thing in front of the cameras one night.
Well, she was not embarrassed about taking off her clothes in front of the camera, and it wasn't really she didn't dance or anything for us. She just would apply lotion like you would at home, or change. She was very uninhibited.
Well, what about when you're on?
But she didn't do it in front of the men. It was just in the girls' bedroom, and
what about the toilet though?
Yeah, you just sit there and you. For me personally, I would sit down and cover my face and go, "Okay, I'm going to go now. For some reason, if I talked my way through it, I felt better. I don't know why.
Christ.
I know, and then I'd say, "I'm so embarrassed." So,
oh my God, we're on TV.
Yes, yes.
All right. Oh boy, Devin.
Hey.
And what's up?
I have a lot to say, but I'm going to make it fast, okay?
All right.
Drew, it's an honor.
Thanks, Devin.
Adam, I'm your long-lost daughter.
Great.
Brittany, I don't watch the show. I don't know who you are, but I hope you're having a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Devin. It's fantastic.
All right.
Well, she deserves it for not knowing about the Man Show. Pretending like she didn't know about the Man Show.
She doesn't know what
I don't know what the Man Show is.
Your friend told you all about it in the car ride on the way here. Listen to
What is it, all just men running around?
Listen to your governor. Do you know who Jesse Ventura is? The governor of your great state? Of course.
Best show on television, the Man Show.
That's right.
The best.
The best.
You can take it as a joke.
What is it?
It's the Man Show.
That's the Man Show. Yeah. That's unprompted, too. I've never met the man before.
The Man Show.
Thank you.
All right, Dan, what's your question?
Okay, first just a few. Okay, do you guys keep, tapes of previous shows that you can, sell or whatever?
No.
Oh, us? You talking about the radio show?
Yeah.
No.
That's
just
funny.
asking, sorry.
I know. That'd just be funny. Hey, picture hitting up Ann for those. She'd go, huh?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know.
That's all right.
And when are you going to have corn on next, man?
That's a good
been a
question.
while. Yeah, it's a good question.
It has been a while.
It is time for corn to come around.
We'll work on that. I'll
Please.
get Ann on that.
Hi, this is Jonathan. This is Philly.
Oh, my
from
God.
Corn, and you're listening to Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew on Blind Doggo.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We'll get Ann. Now, I haven't talked to Ann in a couple of weeks, but when she comes in again. All right. What else?
Really quick, I have a sleeping problem where when I go to bed around 10:30, and I can't fall asleep until 1 in the morning. Does it have a name for that? And
Insomnia.
What?
Insomnia.
And stupidity. Start going to bed at 1.
Where you can't sleep at all, isn't it?
No, insomnia is we have difficulty sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Listen, go to bed at 1.
That's what I do.
Okay. Well, then you'll fall right asleep.
Yeah, but it's still a problem.
Do you feel tired during the day, or do you feel like you're rested?
I'm always tired.
Are you depressed?
Yeah.
All right, well, depression is one of the reasons people can have trouble sleeping.
What's the matter?
I'm just depressed.
Why?
Because my family's retarded.
Well, so is mine, but what?
Yeah, but you
what
were
else?
depressed, too.
Oh, that's true. Can you play football?
Can I play football?
Softball.
Or softball? Can you do something? You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah. You overweight?
Yeah.
What are you?
Do I have to say?
Well, if you don't say, we're going to guess the worst.
Guess the worst, then.
You're fat.
3 feet, 700 pounds.
No.
Heavier? Shorter?
No.
What are you?
I'm 5'5.5", and I weigh 240.
All right.
You're overweight.
Hold on. I'm going to do some...
No.
I'm
Don't do the
I'm
math.
doing the
Come
radio
on.
math. That's 5'5.5". That is 5'2 3/4" and 273.
Whatever.
All right.
Anyway.
So listen, Devin. I know you're depressed.
Okay.
But here's what you got to do. You got to start watching your diet and getting yourself some exercise and feeling better about
And find
yourself.
something, that you can do, that you like to do, that gives you some sense of worth and purpose.
Football.
All right, that's fine.
Right on. Okay, my other question.
Yeah.
I
She didn't
had
hear
some
a
weird
word of
side
that.
effects with my medication, so I went to the doctor to talk to him about it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And he told me it was all in my head.
What's the medicine?
What?
What's the medicine?
Zoloft.
And what's the side effect?
My throat would close, my tongue would swell up, I'd start throwing up, and all this sort of stuff. And I asked him about it. He's like, "Oh, you're imagining it." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, it's it's not the kind of symptom that you would have occasionally from Zoloft. If you're going to have a true allergic reaction, it's wheezing and throat closing that goes on, it gets worse the more you take the medicine, doesn't pass. And if you're anxious and panicky and vomit, you're anxious and panicky and vomiting. That's a different problem.
Oh, it's so depressing. Listen, Devin.
About adolescence?
I realize what a hell Devin's life is, and then I know once your life becomes hellish, you just withdraw, and then you make your life hellish on your own. Like, here's how it works. Everyone else turns your life into hell for a while, and then eventually you push them out, and you take over.
Right.
You then drive your life.
You're the person whose life is hell.
Yes.
You're that person.
And you become the guy in the Satan outfit cracking the whip and laughing maniacally instead of society, classmates, parents, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you got to take control of your life.
Yeah.
You do. And it's real simple stuff.
Well, you actually said something kind of interesting one time, years ago. When you and I were,
whoa.
Yeah, he
Did
did. He said something interesting one time. We were in Panama City. I remember the moment.
Is that archived?
Remember? No, we were in Panama City doing the TV show down there. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you first told me your philosophy on the only thing you can change is yourself, and taking responsibility is the key. Remember that?
Yeah, when I thought we were going to die on the plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that moment.
Yeah.
But why'd you give him that in your...
I don't remember that one.
that you... I forget now. No, that you have to be responsible. You can't blame other things in your life. You have to take responsibility for everything. That's the safest route to go.
Yes, just assume whatever happens in your life is your fault, even if it's not.
And just go from there.
But here's the key. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just take responsibility for it, and then figure out ways to change it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you show up to a store at noon on a Tuesday and it's closed, and every store in the world should be open at noon on a Tuesday, still say to yourself, I should have called to make sure it was open.
Next time.
That's the only way you'll get anything out of it. Other than that, you just wasted gas and went home. And if you said, those sons of bitches, and got pissed off at them, then it did you no good. So you might as well disclaim it. And you don't have to call yourself stupid. You can still admit that they should have been open, but you go, next time I'll call. And that's it. And you do that with everything in life, eventually you get to where you want to be. Aaron?
Yes?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, though. I'd rather talk to Sarah over here for a second. Sarah?
Hello?
What's up?
Hey, Adam, I just want to tell you that you're awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, Brittany?
Yeah?
I just want to say that you're awesome, too.
Oh, thank you.
And I love you.
Oh, thanks.
And I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
What are you going to be doing, like, as of show business? Or are you?
Yes, I'm going to be moving out to LA, and I did sign with an agent. I signed with Willie Morris, and basically, I've never acted before, so I'm starting to take classes, and there's a bunch of offers that I'm going through, and I'm definitely going to follow up on the entertainment business.
Aren't you sort of going down the host path, hosting things?
It's something that's there. There hasn't been anything written up, no contract signed, so I'm not exactly sure what I can talk about, but I mean, those kinds of things are things you're
entertaining.
Those kind of things. I mean, it's anything from a VJ to hosting a talk show to commercials to acting. I mean, any of it. Right now, all of it's being thrown at me, and I'm having my agent kind of sift through it and see what would be best for me.
I think you should be on MTV.
Oh, thanks. I've heard that actually from a few
Plenty
people.
of room over there now.
And also, like, what is your relationship going to be between Josh and you after he gets off the show?
You know, that's a tough one to say. First of all, he's still in the show, so it's hard to know what feelings would be outside the show. I mean, it's when you're in it, when you're stuck in that house, and the only people that are there to be a friend or a boyfriend or anything are those few people that were selected to be in the house. That's your world. So
did you hook up with one of the guys?
I didn't hook up with them, but there was,
some tension.
There was tension, yeah.
Well, we got that.
And
you and Brittany?
No, me and you.
Oh, me.
How dare you?
I mean, I think he's a great guy. I'm, to be honest, I've seen the tapes, and I'm a little bit angry with some of the stuff that I've seen, and I've definitely. The position I'm in right now, I'm not interested in anything.
Why?
But
did you talk to him about?
Well, I haven't talked to him because he's still in the house. But,
I know, but
the house does do weird things to your head, and when he does get out, we're for sure gonna talk.
Well, how do you know he's interested?
I don't.
Well,
he's still in the house. I got
he is.
banished, and I didn't get a chance to talk.
No,
but
I know, but there was some chemistry while you were in the house.
He's a guy,
I know, but hold on. How long were you with him? How long were you in the house with him?
2 months.
2 months.
Brittany's a virgin, see.
And, oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, baby.
I figured
How
he
old are you?
didn't know since you hadn't brought it up. I just turned 26.
Uh-oh. That's
Oh,
trouble.
the floodgates have opened.
Uh-oh. And are you religious?
No.
Uh-oh. So something
I
happened?
mean, I believe in God, but I'm not.
What happened?
Nothing.
Something bad?
Nope.
Little molestation?
Nope.
Something.
No, I know.
Something.
Yeah, I know you're not going to believe me, but no.
Something. Where's Daddy?
Great family, parents still married.
No. Seriously, what happened?
Nothing happened.
Something happened.
I don't have a fear or an issue.
Yep.
No alcohols in the family anymore?
Nope.
You're not going to
No
get
alcoholism, no drugs.
Your folks are from Minnesota? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone in Minnesota is an alcoholic.
No,
they don't call themselves
so
alcoholics because
they've been
everyone's an
30
alcoholic.
years. No, they don't drink. I mean, they have alcohol if they have friends over, but they don't.
What's your dad do?
He owns a bakery and real estate.
Aha.
Yeah.
Do you ever any kind of treatment or anything?
Treatment?
I mean,
attempted suicides?
Oh, no. Nothing.
No.
I don't smoke. I'm not even addicted to
you
caffeine.
use some language sometimes that suggests a sophistication about those kinds of things. No? That's just you.
No, yeah. I've attended things with my friends that have
12-step type stuff?
Well, I had some friends that got into drugs and stuff.
Because I thought
Burning Man,
used that language once in a while. I thought, where is that coming from?
Yeah, I have a friend that's was an alcoholic.
See what happened. Were you grossly overweight when you were young?
No, it was one of those things when most of my friends had sex in junior high, and I was very much tomboy, very much afraid of boys, just didn't want to deal. Wasn't very popular in junior high. Got to senior high, and all of a sudden, all the seniors on the 10th graders, and it was just get the 10th graders. I had this apprehension about it.
All right, but that was 10 years ago.
I know. I'm
what about the last 10
moving
years?
on through
Last 7 years.
So, all through high school, I never really dated anybody more than a month or two. I don't know. I had my own things going on.
Something's up.
Then I graduate. I'm still a virgin, and it's a big deal, right? I go to college. It's a big deal. I work full time. Went to school full time. I dated, but my longest relationship was 6 months in college. Mm-hmm. And so, I have fear of commitment. Obviously, that's clear. Mm-hmm. I look at...
Yeah, where do you get that?
I think because most of my friends or a lot of girls that I know get into a guy and then they say, they break up and the only memory they have of the past 3 years was their 3-year relationship that a year and a half of it was awful and they fought. And I almost feel like that would take away, I think of all the things I've done. I've traveled, gone to school overseas. Like, I've done so much stuff that I probably wouldn't have done if I was in a serious relationship. And I look at it as I have my whole life to be in a serious relationship and be connected to someone.
Yeah, we don't believe any of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you don't.
No,
but I just...
Thumbs up.
What is that? I don't...
Really? Your mom and your dad get along well, huh?
Yeah.
Always?
Always. They're awesome. They still flirt. They've been married 30 years.
I met her mom. Mom is really...
They're awesome. My dad's awesome.
He paid attention to you?
Yeah.
He has 2 jobs, though. He wasn't too wrapped up in those?
Mm-mm. Oh, no. He was a magician and would do magic at our birthday parties.
Pedophile.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
My dad's awesome. No, I wanted to be my dad when I was little. I was totally daddy's little girl until I got to be 14. It was way too cool to like either one of my parents for a few years. Lots of issues there. And then, teenage and then... You get older and you're fine.
All right. Well, we're not getting to it. You're lucky we didn't gamble on this one. There's got to be something, though.
Yeah.
26 virgin, huh?
Yeah.
Hymen still intact?
She hasn't checked lately yet.
Yes, she has.
I know. If you guys can figure it out, because it's not a religious thing. It's not, and I'm not... Sure, you'd think, okay, I'd like to wait till marriage, but realistically, I'm going to fall in love with someone and I'm going to want to be with them.
I'll go along with you on the fact that at a certain point, it gets too weird and it gets to be bigger than it is.
Now it's huge.
And now you're
when I date someone,
the shadow of your hymen.
Yeah. And now I want it. Now I'm in my 20s. And that's what happened. You graduated, weird. Then I got out of college, and I'm like, now it's this huge monumental thing that I'm not going to do unless I'm totally in love. And
no, you're screwed now. Yeah. You got this window. You got this window from Well, if you're one of our callers, from 10. Now, you got this window from like 15 to 18 and a half or something, maybe 19. And you got to get drunk and have your boyfriend do it to you in a car down by the lake or whatever. And if you don't get it in then, you're off to college, and now it becomes weird. And now it's weird, and it's probably a little weird for the dude because maybe you're dating a guy, and the guy's 28, and he's thinking, geez, I don't know if I want all this. I mean...
people go to the place where you went right away. What's wrong? Were you molested?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your dad? And you're just like, are you religious? Are you psycho? And it's just, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, after 20, but guys don't want to take it on.
I would.
You would?
Oh, there's plenty that want to take it on.
but you know what I mean? A guy that you would want to be with would be one like, I don't know if I'm ready to.
Yeah. Oh, and it's definitely been problems. You know, when you date someone this age, you date someone for a few months and you're intimate with them, and it comes to the point where I have a lot of relationship issues with, you don't care about me as much as I care about you, or you'd want to, and
oh boy,
it's.
So what? Oral sex? Gotten that in, right?
Oh, I'm not talking about this on the show.
Hold on, let me check that box off. It's a big affirmative.
Maybe she's one of these people that has the plain
yes.
thing.
So anal and oral, fine.
No,
vaginal.
No. I don't go there.
All right. Well, of course, you got to get... Yeah, I mean, you got to get through the gate before you get to the Matterhorn.
It's weird, though. I don't have a fear of it. And that's
the anal or the...
Well, once I do, I'm not going to come. I mean, once it's... I don't have this...
Holy
I don't know. I would like it, Doctor, if you could explain to me what the issue is, because
I think it's just one of those things. Well, now, I heard you talking to George one night. You were going to help his daughter. Remember you were saying...
about decide.
And what was that going to be?
My point was, I think a lot of girls and a lot of my friends would like to take back their first time because they were dating someone, they really didn't know what was going on, they really liked him, it got emotional, and it just kind of happened. And what I was going to talk to his daughters about was, for me and for what I know of my friends, that they make mistakes in high emotional situations where they're not thinking. And my point is, fine. I mean, if you are young and you want to have sex, go ahead. I don't have a problem. I don't think that everyone should remain a virgin. I just think everyone should make it a choice, and not to feel pressured by a boyfriend, and not to feel like you're a prude and that you're a loser and you're a dork, and but not to get on this high horse. I'm a virgin. I'm better than you. Just make a conscious decision and act on that.
Make good decisions.
Yeah.
And what
Brittany could be the healthiest person on earth.
She could be, but
I'm so messed up.
She's so messed up. She's coming healthy, coming on the other side.
I mean, it's just about choices.
Right. But, I have a concept, but I'll share it. I'll share it off the air.
Okay.
I'll share it on the air.
Meantime, we're going to break.
Yeah. What's your gynecologist think? That he must marvel at your vagina. He must be like...
Well, I mean, everybody thinks it's strange. Everybody thinks it's strange.
No, but I mean, is it like when a mechanic... Like
the never been driven Bugatti comes.
Yeah, my stepdad used to change the oil in his car like every 500 feet. He'd get out and change the oil. Like if we drove to San Francisco, he'd change it 11 times on the way there. And whenever a mechanic would look at his car, he'd always want to hug my stepdad. He'd go, "Oh, this is great. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's beautiful. You've done. I'm so proud. I'm really proud." Is your gynecologist that way? Do they beam?
No, I don't go in there and
don't need to.
I'm so proud of you. I don't get that.
You don't get that?
I get, so we don't have to check all these vaginal diseases and stuff. I don't have to go through all that. I just get
You're in and out of there. You don't even have to get in the stirrups, right? You're just you just walk through, hit the fill out the little check the box and hand it back in, and they tend to come back in next week, right? Or next year.
Usually checkups are quick. So.
Oh yeah. Oh baby. Think of all you've avoided.
Yeah.
That's the point, right? Wouldn't those be healthy choices?
No, but avoided.
All right.
Let me say avoid.
During the break, we'll talk about what.
Okay. Avoid meaning void.
My fears.
Void. A void. We'll take a little break. We'll be back. Dave, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Brittany's here from Big Brother. Brittany is banished from the house, but that's all right. She'll parlay that into a nice hosting gig or some other Hollywood-type acting gig.
Welcome to the hotline that connects large women with men who are dwarfs.
That's right. She may be doing some very lucrative voiceover work in the very near future. All right. And check out Big Brother Wednesday night, and then again on Friday night.
That's
CBS, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about Friday, though, because it's after some Survivor
I don't
thing.
even know.
8:40.
I never know. I just wait for the phone call.
So that'll be on. Oh, I saw us tonight on Behind the Music.
Us?
Yeah, because they had something hosted by Kathy Griffin. You know the beauty is with being A/B celebrity like myself and like Drew.
B/C.
Oh, did I say A/B?
Do you have celebrity status?
No, I'm B/C. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm a B/C celebrity. Oh, after all, I was asked to play in a softball game in Valencia.
Excuse me.
Here's my point. You do a bunch of little stuff that you don't remember doing, and then it shows up, and no one ever tells you when it's going to be on. That was always I'll tell you, the biggest disappointment in this career for me has been, I always figured you knew when you were on TV. No way.
We have no idea.
We did this thing for VH1 where they're doing like a best of Behind the Music, and they interview a lot of different people and ask them what they think of the show and this and that and the other. And we did this thing about, 3 or 4 months ago? If you remember.
What are you talking about?
And I guess it aired for the first time tonight, and I was just sort of flipping through the stations, and there I was talking about some guy from Poison.
Poison?
Yeah, it was a best of Behind the Music. And then there you were later on in the show. Huh. And had zero. Aren't people supposed to tell us? Doesn't it? Shouldn't
Adam,
you
listen,
know? All right.
Wait, listen. When we did the show for MTV,
right?
Any idea when it aired?
No.
Okay. That was every night.
Okay, but
all
still
right?
shouldn't. Well, so you figured it was on one of those nights. Aaron?
Yes?
You're 18?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Well, I was just wondering if the fact that I have a small penis could be caused by my excessive masturbation.
Wait a minute, the kid may have a point.
Yeah, maybe there's a trend here.
Oh, no.
Adam, lay off. Maybe things will be okay.
Don't care.
Okay.
No,
Aaron, no.
No?
No.
What, do you think you're eroding it? You think
I don't know.
Your hand is like the Colorado River, and your penis is like the walls of the Grand Canyon? That's a little erosion humor there. Yeah. Okay, Aaron, have fun.
Okay.
Then not only with your penis, but just for the rest of your life. All right.
All right.
You know what I've noticed, Adam?
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Don't smoke
pot.
weed.
Yeah. That will shrink.
Seriously.
That'll get things. Your quick wit will be dulled, and the penis may shrink.
It's been a few months for that.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to have a hard time getting a job. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Listen,
all
you stupid people, don't make yourself any dumber. That's all I'm saying. And you smart people, if you want to make yourself average, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
I'm just noticing, Adam, Brittany's just smitten with you. Just
yeah, look at that face.
Oh, yeah. I'm
She's hot for
sorry.
me.
You're like, what the hell is up with this guy?
That's right.
I'd love to see the big balloon over her head. It's like, what is up with this one?
That's right.
Is it that obvious what I'm thinking?
No, baby. You know you're into me. You're very into me. And a couple months, too. You're not going to be riding this.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to bring that up.
Yeah,
but,
and I've never heard that before.
But she's got some,
you're going to hear it.
But she's got some horsepower, anything?
What's
I've got
the date?
some what?
What's the
Horsepower
date?
to go do something else with the position you're in.
Yes. What's the date today?
This is September 24th.
That's right. Well, we should meet up around February. We'll see. I bet you'll be more attracted to me. I think you will. I think that'll be it. It's all position, Drew. You know how that goes?
Oh, you're such a sweet talker.
Do you want a blowjob or do you want a girlfriend?
Who's that?
That was
not me.
No, that was what's her name?
The one you were making fun of?
Yeah.
Caprice.
Yeah. Oh, that prima donna bitch, Caprice, who came in here like a year ago, and she was all full of her crap, and I wanted to do something with her for the man show, and she wouldn't do it, and she was a big pain in the ass, and I remember just thinking, just enjoy it, because you're going nowhere. And
He's
where
not
is
equating
Caprice
that
now?
with you. He's not.
No. February, though, we talked,
February,
right?
all right.
All right. Anna?
Should we be doing okay by then?
No. I mean, could be. Yes, could be. Then we won't talk. We'll only talk if you're not doing well in February. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
But I'll mark it on my calendar just to be safe. Anna?
Hi.
You're 23. What's up?
Hi. I just want to say hi to Brittany.
Hi.
Maybe you're a lesbian?
Could be.
No, I'm not.
No, okay.
It's
No.
possible. She's not into me, Anna.
No.
I know what you're saying.
Definitely
Speaks
attracted
volumes
to men.
about her health.
Okay.
Not into Adam.
Anyway,
It's
Did
only
you watch
because I
the
vomited last
shows?
night.
I'm into guys. No, yeah, I get that too. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what my problem is.
Well, I'm willing to concede that after a certain point, it gets weird, and then it's like for me, it's like me buying a lottery ticket. Never bought one, and the first few years of the lottery, I could have bought one. Now it's been 15 years, and I won't buy one, and I have a little streak going, and now it's never going to happen. I know it's not exactly the same.
I don't know what I'm missing.
It takes on a life of its own eventually, though,
Yeah.
and you get a certain momentum with it, and you don't want to do it because you have a streak.
But you know what, though? It seems like you have a very idealized notion about what a
What
relationship
love
needs
is,
to be
yeah.
for you, and
Yeah.
that needs to be there before you're going to go.
Yeah.
Have you not found that?
No, I mean, I definitely haven't. I mean, before I do, I want to be with the person that I think I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And granted, it happens all the time. People meet, they think that they make love and it doesn't work out, and that's a possibility too. But I don't think I've ever allowed myself to be in a position where I want to look at a boyfriend as someone that doesn't fill voids in me, but just enhances everything that I want. And I mean, I've changed my idea of what I want in a boyfriend so many times. I mean, I've dated, it changes all the time what types of guy I date, and I guess I'm just not secure in myself yet or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Right,
but I'm not a lesbian. So.
Anna, well, you're at least bi. Anna,
Oh yeah, I'm that though.
Anna, what do you want?
My question is for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
A friend of mine told me that snakebite kits helped a lot in increasing nipple size.
Nipple size.
Very true.
Is that true?
I've never heard of this.
Sure.
That sounds bizarre to me.
You know how that works?
A snakebite kit is like a razor blade and some epinephrine or something, isn't it?
No, it's a razor blade and has a little suction cup on it to suck the venom out.
Oh, that's
and you
nice.
put that on your nipples.
Why? How would that ever make it bigger?
It's like how
It's like a scar, I guess.
No, like a scar.
Well, you
don't
cut it and then irritate it.
Listen, genius. You would probably only use the suction part of the snake bite kit. You don't have to use the entire kit. You
But
like
suction
the razor
would
blade.
make it get bigger.
No.
You're such a genius.
Actually,
The razor blade.
Well, that would make it bigger if you scarred it up.
Well,
It'd be all scar.
All right, so to hold up lighter under your nipples, but you get some scar tissue happening. They're talking. Listen, the snake bite kit is sort of the equivalent of the penis pump to the males.
Is it dangerous? Is it harmful anyway?
No.
Because, the first time I used it, it kind of hurt a little bit, and then I noticed a little bit of discharge.
That's milk.
No, it's not milk.
Oh, that's venom. You weren't actually bitten, is what you're saying.
What makes you think it's not milk?
I'm not pregnant.
Yeah, but you could. Some women you can actually stimulate milk discharge from stimulation.
Oh, who cares? Listen, what happened to those snake bite kits? Those green ones?
They don't work.
Had a picture of a rattlesnake on them. You could just get them at the Big Five or the sporting goods store. That was a pretty cool thing to have.
The deal is now with rattlesnake bites, you get to the emergency room. That's
You know
good
what?
rattlesnake
I went
bites.
on a desert tour when I was in Arizona, and apparently, if you get bitten by a rattlesnake there, you don't have to worry about the poison because they dry bite you because there's not enough humidity in the air.
Oh, that's interesting.
And their tour guide said that they only release venom on something that's small enough for them to digest.
Well, here,
I know.
in California, we got the real ones.
But I would probably still go to the hospital. But that's what my tour guide told me.
There's not enough humidity in the air?
I guess you need moisture to make the venom, and since they're in the desert, it's too hard that they save their venom when they can actually digest the food. So if it's something large, they'll bite you for protection to scare you, but they don't release venom.
Interesting. I didn't know they had any control over the release
I didn't
of
either.
it.
Basically, the anti-venom is what you need, and until you get that, you're in trouble. And, I tell you about
sucking it out.
No,
I was
help.
attacked by a snake at Drew's house. What do you mean?
What?
Remember I was leaving your driveway that time and there's a snake going across
A garter snake?
driveway?
spider snake.
They tried to attack me in my car.
But there was a rattlesnake. Remember, my son came on a rattlesnake. He was at a friend's house up in Altadena, and then the maid went out with a shovel and chopped its head off. I think it was about 5 feet long.
That's where I picked the nationality of the maid. Yeah.